everyone. I just wanted to pop on to talk about what is technology in the lazy lifestyles. What is the impact it has on us today? Um, like I commented on it uh, in Throwan's video. Let me read it real quick. And I said, I feel being so far removed from our natural habitat, lazy lifestyle, resources, food, clothes, shoes, a house, a car, right at the click of a button or in walking distance, or 30 seconds away with their car. I feel like this has caused a lot of problems for us being apes in the animal kingdom. Um, yeah, I mean, we might be the smartest animal, but at what cost? What cost has all of this, given us? Because he was talking about toxic femininity. Obviously, there's toxic, on both sides. Male and females, we can be just shitty people. I definitely agree with that. My recent video was talking about how I went to go see colonial houses in Guilford, Connecticut, and it was so amazing. I find it very, very fascinating. About just seeing the way that they lived back in the day. Women, for instance, you had to have skills. You had to know how to cook, sew, make clothes, because you can't just go to the store. Especially when you came over here from England, Ireland, there's no stores. You're making your own stuff. You're tending to your animals. You're tending to your fire. You're tending to your tools that you need for your fire, for your other things. Women needed skills. And if you didn't have a skill, what good are you to society or a wife, or even as a wife? Good luck finding a husband back in the day if you couldn't do anything, if you couldn't cook, if you couldn't tend to the animals. It was just a very different lifestyle way back then than it is today. I mean, we have a job now. We just go to a job and get paid money. We can just buy all this stuff up, you know. I feel like technology and the way we run society now and how lazy everything has become, because we don't have to work for anything. We just go to our job, get money, we pay someone else to do it. We don't learn skills anymore. I like learning skills. I like dabbing in a bunch of things. I find it fun. I find it entertaining. I don't want to get bored. I think it's another thing where people are really frustrated because we're so bored. We find entertainment on TV and YouTube, TikTok, all these little stupid apps, and I think it's also messing with our heads a lot. I don't have a TikTok. I don't like that stuff. I do have a YouTube. I do like watching YouTube videos. That's where I learn because I'm a visual learner. So I'll look things up and try to figure out how to learn it that way. But I've always felt that technology is going to be the downfall of mankind. I mean, sometimes, I can't really complain, to be honest. We do have a lot of people, and a lot of evil people. So, but yeah, I just feel like there's a lot of frustration with men, with women, with our, society. Like we're constantly at war. Why do people participate in sports? To get that natural animal aggression out in a useful manner. Martial arts, rugby, ice hockey. We're using these skills, lacrosse. What else? Like, yeah, and and socially, we're very social beings. Politics, for instance, that could be aggressive. There's aggressive ways in that, but it's also very tribal. It could be, somewhat tribal. You have Democrats and Republicans, and and people in between, fighting for things, which is a bunch of BS to begin with, because all they want is just their check at the end of the day. Sorry, I can have hives on medication right now. But no, I've always thought about this, and I just think that I think the animal in us um is missing something, and that's hungry for something that we used to have. Because at the end of the day, we are animals. I'm the same thing as that. That might be a different species, but I am still an animal. I can talk. I have a language that has a different type of language than me, just like that snake or that has a different language. At the end of the day, we are animals. Why do we like going hiking? Why do we like being in nature? Why do we like going to the ocean and sailing on the sea? We're going back to the core of who we are, where we like hiking, we like the woods, swimming. Like that's in our core. I love being in the woods. So I think humans in general. I think as technology improves in certain aspects, I think it's going to be very damaging to us. Um, Medicine wise, some are good, some are bad. I don't know why there's not a cure for cancer. There probably is. Someone just probably bought the patent, burned it up. Yeah, I think they're making a ton of money off of that. Um, yeah, just wanted to pop on here and talk about it a little bit briefly. But no, like just the homes in the colonial times that had dirt floors. You had 92 people inside a house, and not everyone had a bed. The the fort master or the father or minister of that church, he had a bed. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 beds in that 1639 Henry Whitfield house. And the guy said there were 92 people in that house. Sorry, in that fort. It's a house, really. With dirt floors, and he had two giant fireplaces, huge. I think he had a fireplace in every room, smaller. Um, and you didn't have a bed, so you laid on the dirt floor in the 1600s. When you came over here, you'd hunt for your food. At some point, you can barter. You have to have a skill to make something to barter for. They did have a little bit of paper money. Not paper money. They had coins that were gold and silver. Paper money came out a little bit later. If you look up John Townsend on YouTube, he goes over a lot of like the currency. He does recipes, a lot of colonial stuff. I absolutely love his channels on YouTube. John Townsend, um, amazing YouTube channel. He goes into the currencies back of the day, old journals, food, tools we used. He even built like his own like cabin or house the way they used to. Absolutely amazing, amazing stuff. The guy's very talented. Um, his passion is like colonial times, stuff like that, and I find it very fascinating. I do like stuff in the past. I find it very very fascinating, um, and it can be depressing too because I kind of see where we're all going with technology. Give it 10 to 15 years, and we're all gonna have these stupid electric cars, and I don't think that's the best option. I think there's better technology out there. But even back in the day, you had to either walk somewhere, and that could be miles away, or you're on a horse. So you're physically doing something, walking somewhere, exercising. It's very, very good for the brain, very good for your body. Um, Horseback riding, so you don't just sit there and kind of dream while you're driving. No, when you're riding a horse, you have to, look around. Your muscles are engaged. I've ridden a horse plenty of times. When you get off, your muscles are sore. Um, so it's very different than just sitting lazily in a car and lolly dolly, you know. Um, so I don't know, it's kind of sad, really, think where the world's going is very sad. But yeah, no, those are just my thoughts. I kind of wish I was born way back in the day, even though women didn't have freedoms and rights. Very few did that had money and means. But sometimes I just feel like I was born the wrong time. Period. Kind of sucks, um, but yeah, those are my thoughts. So, I don't think there's anything else I want to touch on. I think that's about it, though. All right, I want to pop on and say that real quick. So, all right, everyone have a nice night.